YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday. I'm about to say it's Wednesday. It's Friday. Um, where should I start? I've actually done a load this week. I've done two loads this week. I just didn't record either one of them because just really wasn't in the mood, to be honest. So, we left out of the house, went to the port, picked up two excavators, took them to Ohio. Then we went from Ohio. We dropped on Monday. So we picked Monday, dropped on Tuesday. My bad. Left on Tuesday. Oh, I feel you. I've been there. um, Dropped Tuesday. Picked up a load of picked up a steel coil in Indiana. We did it from Ohio to Indiana. Picked up a steel coil that had to be tarped. Ended up tarping that in the rain. That's one of the reasons I record that load. It was tarped in the rain. Like, they loaded it indoors. I put 8 chains on it because it weighed 38,000 pounds. So I put 8 chains on it. I threw the tarp over it, and then you had to finish tarping outside. And of course, it was raining, so finished tarping that outside. Got nice and soaking wet. So that was fun. I don't know if I said in one of my previous videos that my heat had stopped working. So I dealt with it for a week. I put it off because they were saying it's probably going to take a little while for them to fix it. And I just couldn't afford to not have the miles and lose the revenue. So I dealt with it for a week. When I went to Ohio, they routed me down to North Carolina. That's where the steel coil went. And right now, I'm in the Sanford yard. So I got here on Wednesday. I dropped my load at 11 o'clock that morning. I drove about an hour to get to the Sanford yard. I got here and they were totally like backed up. They couldn't look at the truck till Thursday morning. Thursday morning, about 7:30, the guy came, pulled the truck into the shop. He was like, "Oh, I think it's the thermostat." So they called Peterbilt. They didn't have thermostats here, so they called Peterbilt. Bill was like, "Oh yeah, we got the thermostats. It's done the third. Have them bring it over. We'll have it done by Friday afternoon." I was like, "Great. All right, whatever." So I drive over there. I get there like 10:30 in the morning. They didn't take that truck to look at it till I got there at 10:30 in the morning. They didn't take the truck back until maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I sat in Peterbilt all day. Now, the crazy part about it is, before they sent me over there, they knew the truck wasn't going to get fixed that day. So I was assuming they was going to book me a hotel for me to be able to check in by like 3 o'clock. That didn't happen. So I sat there all day. Like 6 o'clock comes around, 6 o'clock our time, which is 5 o'clock their time. No, it was 5:30 our time, so it's 4:30 their time. And I was like, I know they get ready to leave at 5. So I was like, well, let me call just to see what's going on. So I called my DM, and she was like, well, where are you? I was like, I've been seeing the dealer since 10:30 this morning. She was like, what? I was like, they said they was going to give me a hotel that's down there. Nobody got it. Turns out they forgot about it, brother. So she was like, you know what? I'll take care of it. So she booked the hotel and the Uber. Now, mind you, I told her I was at the dealer. She booked the Uber in the hotel. For some apparent reason, she thought I was in Sanford, which is an hour from the dealer. So when she told me what hotel I was staying in, I'm like, I don't see one of those around here. She gave me the address. I'm like, that's an hour from here. She was like, where are you? I said, I'm at the dealer. She was like, you're not at Sanford? I was like, no. I just told you I was at the dealer. So, yeah. So she doesn't have the authority to cancel it. So she had to have somebody else take care of it. Now, mind you, the dealer closes at 7 p.m. By the time somebody called me, it was 7 p.m. Dealership ready to close. They ready to put a brother out. So it's just like, so he calls me at 7, and he was like, oh, I heard you needed a hotel and an Uber. I was like, yes. He's like, I'm about to book it for you now. I'll call you back. Like 10 minutes later, he calls me. He's like, I got your hotel. And he's like, there's sun coming off. He was like, there's no Ubers in your area. So he's like, I gotta call you a Lyft. Closest Lyft was 20 minutes away. I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm standing outside Peterbilt and done, outside the gate in the rain, waiting for a Lyft. That did not show up in 20 minutes. He showed up about 45 minutes later. Said he was lost. Couldn't find it, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. It was just a whole mess. Because I was getting ready to book my own hotel and call my own ride. Because when it was getting close to closing, I was like, y'all not gonna have me stuck here. And as I was reserving my hotel room to pay for myself, that's when they called me and was like, we're gonna get this in. So I was like, all right, I'll try better off booking that shit myself. But it is what it is. So Friday morning, which is now, I pick up the truck. They put the thermostats in it, this, that, and the third. Everything, they said everything ready to go, everything fixed. I was like, all right. I'm driving the truck. Waiting for everything to heat up, get the temp and stuff like that. I turn the heat on, and to my surprise, the heat still don't work. Still blowing cold air. You can't make this up. So I pull back into the Sanford yard. I pull up to the bay door. I was like, they looked at me and I was like, yeah, the heat still don't work. He was like, you serious? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, leave it running. I had somebody come look at it. They don't know what it is. So, back to Peterbilt I go. So, I'm about to, what in the world's crawling on my arm? So, I'm about to head my butt back over to Peterbilt. They're saying it might be the heater core. So, I don't know why y'all didn't check that before y'all changed the thermostats. But, whatever. So, I'm going to head back to Peterbilt. And they said they should have it done by tomorrow. Only problem with that is there's no loads. There's a bunch of loads on the yard, but it's all cat stuff, and a lot of them take SSD trailers. I don't have an SSD trailer. And there's one Bobcat over there and 2 excavators. I don't know where they're going, so that pretty much screws up my home time for this weekend. That's not going to happen. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with so far. She was like, well, we'll get you another hotel tonight, while they work on the truck, this, that, and the third. I was like, well, I guess I'll be in another hotel tonight because I spent a whole night in a hotel last night. So it is what it is. It's not, I wouldn't really call it a breakdown, but I guess it could be a breakdown. So it'd be my second breakdown. And this one's a lot longer than the one I had in Buffalo. Because Buffalo, I was out that Friday. And I was home wee hours in the morning, Friday night to Saturday morning. I was saying to make it home for the weekend. Looks like I won't be doing that this weekend. So, I guess I'll be getting more breakdown pay, I guess. And layover pay for the weekend. Unless they can find me something I could take on Saturday and start driving. But who knows? So that's been my week. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Sanford yard before. So I guess I'll give y'all guys a tour of the Sanford yard while I'm here. And yeah, I got on short sleeves. Yeah, it's a big change from where I've been. It's 70 degrees down here in North Carolina. It's fucking great. So, the Sanford yard, right there is where you come in at. There's a guy named Brandon. He checks your truck out when you come in, make sure you have no defects, you know, this, that, and the third. Checks under your trailer, truck, stuff like that. You sees anything wrong, he will put you out of service and you can't leave till it gets fixed, or you just grab another trailer. These used to be the old glass trucks that they got rid of, and now they're driving the glass division's driving Wiley trucks now. So they're selling all these very slowly, from what I understand. They're slowly getting rid of them. And as you leave out, he also checks you on your way out. Make sure, again, your truck is in working order. Whatever trailer that you dropped and picked and took out the yard, it's also in working order. And these over here, as you can tell, are old Wiley trucks. They're no longer Wiley and will be somebody's future lease purchase truck. So, if you're going to WTI or TSH or whatever other company that's part of Dasky that does lease purchase, one of these trucks could be yours. They have one Texas truck in here, which is this one. And the reason for that, because they said some of the places they pick up at in Texas requires the exhaust to blow out the top versus the bottom, because it can cause a fire. So that's what the Texas trucks look like. They only got one. All the rest of them are just regular old Wiley trucks. But yeah, you do a lease purchase, that's what you're gonna get. They got some brand new day cabs they just got for the local guys. Now the glass division has ran out of this terminal, so that's why they have all these nice Conestogas. And they have a lot of out of service trailers here. The guy that fixes trailers here, he's a busy guy. Because then every step deck and flatbed in this yard is out of service. That just got dropped off. That nice Caterpillar on an SSD trailer. And the guy just took a step deck and he's leaving. Usually you're gonna get SSD trailer. Usually SSD trailers are married to the driver, so I don't know if that's a recovery load or what. Because he came and dropped it off and took another trailer and left out. But most of these trailers are all out of service. All of them say out of service. And some of these been out of service since like November. So that's that the guy that fixed the trailers is very behind. Already fixed my trailer. My trailer came in, they put it out of service. My plug, like right here on mine's, right there had a crack in it, so they had to replace that. So they put it out of service for that. So, but yeah, December 20th. That's a JRG trail. I know that ain't going nowhere. Or JGR, I think, whatever that dang company's called. More out of service since, oh, that's not that bad, January 18th. This one's in service. See, like the SD trailers, the ones that sit lower than the regular step deck trailers. They don't have new ones. They're all older. Like this one's a 13. I haven't seen any past like 2016, I think. So I don't know if they just stopped buying SD trailers or just buying regular step decks. So yeah, everything just slide axle, one slide, ride height too high, airbag leak, air tank leak. That joint's got all the problems. My man trying to slide some axles and he ain't doing a really good job at it. He dragging all of them. What he got going on, but yeah, that's pretty much the yard. And here we are sitting, we're getting ready to leave. So I will see y'all folks in at Peterbilt. YouTube, what's going on? Checking back in. It is Saturday. No, today's Sunday. Back at the terminal. Truck got fixed yesterday, so we got heat again. I was trying to see, because when I first got the truck from Peterbilt and they thought it was fixed, they gave me a load that I was picking up in Virginia and took me home for the weekend. But that was taken off me because the truck had to go back in the shop. So they said the truck will be done Saturday. I asked them if there was any loads that I could pick up on the weekend, that I could, probably pick up Saturday when I was done, and deliver it on Monday or something like that. But they said they didn't have anything, so we're pretty much stuck here. So only load we did this week was the load coming out of the house that delivered on Monday. No, delivered on Tuesday. So that will go on this week's check. And then for next week's check, we ain't got nothing. We got the load we took from Ohio to come down here. And that was it. Everything else is going to be breakdown pay. So that's going to be an interesting check. So just sitting here at the yard, doing nothing. Went to the supermarket, got a couple things. Getting ready to watch some football at 3, doing some laundry. Yeah, that type of stuff. Nothing else going on. This is the other side of the lines here, so that's the front. A lot of guys come in and park their trucks when they're on home time. There's one Lone Star truck that came in, but he's actually in it, which is weird. He came in, dropped his trailer, because this used to be a Lone Star lot. I guess Lone Star Transport, because Dasky brought him out. So now there's a bunch of EWI trucks. He's the only Lone Star truck I've seen here. So he dropped his trailer in the yard, and now he's over there, I guess, doing his 34, I guess. So, but this truck was in an accident. They couldn't fix it. I think it got frame damage, so they just used it for parts. So they kind of stripped the shit out of it. Kind of stripped the shit out of it. Motor's still in it. It's a piece of shit motor, but hey. But yeah. But you know, tell them what they're gonna give us. There's a couple of loads in the yard that got dropped on over the weekend. Maybe they'll give us one of those. I don't know where they're going. There's a load of shelving, or like stage, what is that called? Stage racks or whatever over there. Stage. I've seen somebody haul that before. It's like stage equipment. Got that over there. And there's 2 lumber loads on the other side. So, no, I'm not walking back over to my truck. I'm about to go back in here. Wait for my laundry to be done and watch some TV. Because ain't nothing else to do. So, but yeah, just checking back in with y'all, giving y'all a little update. I don't know if this is not really an old video, so I'll probably do this week's loads and add it all in one video, so probably get a video too. And that's this week, which should be like the first week of February. And this whole month just flew by. So but yeah. Don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here, because between the breakdowns and the limited mileage and bad logistics and communication is horrible. Not saying it's a bad company, it's a great company. It's just too many people telling you what to do. You got a different dispatch for every region, and you got your driver manager. So it's like one person would tell you to go one place, and somebody else would call you, tell you to go somewhere else. So this is the driver lounge. I didn't even know this was in here until the other day. So, laundry. They got 2 washers and 2 dryers. So, and they got 1 men's room and 1 ladies' room. That's the only thing I don't like. Because if you're in here taking a shower, there's nowhere else anybody use the bathroom. Now somebody came in and stacked some towels. Those wasn't here earlier. Interesting. I came in this morning to brush my teeth and stuff. Those were not there. So, but that is it. You got some vending machines. So, I'm about to sit here and watch some TV, wait for my laundry to get done, and go back to the truck and watch some football. So, I'll check back in with y'all when we get a load.